make this. Okay, there. Okay. So, okay, recap right now. Recapping. So basically, what happened was So basically, what happened? Recap. They tricked me. I thought it was paintbrush. They, actually made me think it was paintbrush, but no, but it was test tube, and yeah. So that happened. Anyway, next chapter is called Revival. So this is gonna be the chapter where test tube's plan either comes into play, or OJ gets revived, and this whole thing ends. And then we have like, I would say like a 20 chapter, like, what is it called? Aftermath. Yeah, I think that's what I'm looking for. Hi Mason. I'm surprised. I've been streaming for like 1 hour or maybe 2 hours, and no one typed in chat last time because I said it as a kids thing, and I don't know what happened. So either they didn't want to talk to me because I'm a scary person, or they just didn't want to say anything. So, Yippee, I'm here. You're here. I really lost track on like the numbers though. So, I'll let this go on for like another minute. Because like I got tricked by this right. The author of this really did a good job. Oh my gosh. They tricked me. They got me. Dang it. Should have seen it coming. Well. I'm really confused on what test tube's plan could be, so. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. What in the world could possibly happen if your soul, your OC. Soul? No, that's not how you spell their name. It's soul. SOL. Not soul. Like, not your soul, but soul. Soul. Like the Spanish word for sun. Anyway, your OC got teleported into Wibito's. Also, I like your reading. Thank you. What Soul would do, since they're my OC and for like object OC, they would literally go ahead and literally kidnap Windows. They would kidnap Windows. Oh, Soul. Yeah, like that. And they have their own little channel called Soul with the sun emoji as the O, but you'll never find it. I'm learning! Yay! So, we're gonna read chapter 35 now. And I'm drinking sparkling water because I don't have any regular water. Anyway, yeah, Soul would literally just, like, either, no, they wouldn't be, like, weird and kidnap them. No, they're more professional. They would be like, hi, Windows, I am literally your #1 fan and I would kill for you. I would kill for you. And if anyone ever hurts you or eliminates you, I will kill them. That's very calmly. I say that very calmly. Okay. And remember, I'm expecting all of you to chip in money for this paper announced. Gaining a few irritated and affirmative nonetheless responses, he sighed, opening a random door. Nope, that was the bathroom. Maybe a different one? Ah, there we go. He opened another door to reveal another bathroom. Another bedroom. Oop. Another bedroom. Okay. Oh, this is a ship. This is like a cruise. Oh, that's cool. I've learned never to trust a test tube. That's true. At least fan in test tube. I mean, I guess even in the show, she was showing that she wasn't really trustworthy because she broke Cabby's trust in season 3. So, yeah. He strutted in, looking around. It wasn't anything too big, just a twin-sized bed and empty closet. I feel like there should have been an and. Okay. And another. I can't. What the heck am I saying? I keep saying things. Okay. Da da da. And other ordinary bedroom things. It was a bit cramped, but Paper had packed the bare minimum, so it wouldn't be a problem. He set his suitcase. Yeah, wait, you kidnapped suitcase Paper? You can't do that. You can't do this to two suitcases family. Okay, we're gonna stop that. Call them briefcases. Yeah, because suitcase is just seeing like maybe suitcase stayed back for that reason. The reason being like, oh, I don't want to have a family reunion. Oh, that's just I'm invested in this. Are you? Yeah, I'm gonna quiz you all. I'm gonna make a booklet of this, and we're gonna see if we've been paying attention, or see if there is already a booklet of this. We'll see after we finish this. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do for all of them. Yeah, all of them. I say we're probably gonna get to like maybe the first like 2 to 3 of the next Wattpad I'm gonna start reading by the end of the year, possibly the end of the year. Sadly, like in August to September or something like that, I will stop streaming for like a good while until November at least. So, actually, I mean, I make time for everything, so I try to make it best. It's good to have a flexible schedule with all of your wants to do and goals for the day. I was looking back and I realized that the first time I ever joined was on your second ever stream. Second ever stream? You ever joined? Was it on the Wattpad journey? I was looking back. You were looking back at my old streams we would. And I realized that the first time I ever joined was on your second ever stream. My second ever stream would be my birthday one, though. Oh yeah, that was the first time because because the second ever stream was my birthday stream. Or our birthday stream. I don't know. Birthday stream, yeah. Technically, I streamed before that, but literally no one joined, and I kept on having errors, and yeah, I just privated it, and you'll never see the original ever again. Birthday stream. You know, then technically your birthday present to me and my birthday present to you was us meeting there. Okay, let me just continue reading. The room reminded him of his childhood. You don't have a childhood, Paper. Everything's a lie, Paper. You don't have a childhood. Watch the new seasons. This isn't. Yeah, because they don't. Bot doesn't exist. Bot doesn't exist in this world. Bot doesn't exist. Bot doesn't exist. That's crazy to think about. In a weird way. from back when he was a teenager. You don't have a childhood. Okay, calm down. He was tired. You don't have a childhood. Okay, stop saying that. You don't have a childhood. Okay, calm down. Maybe, just maybe, if YouTube would let me post Teapot, I wouldn't be having a 50-50 on a poll and now having no idea what to do. Blame me. I was the 50-50. I didn't do it on purpose though. I really did choose like just voice over it. I did choose voice over it. So yeah, I'll rig the votes. I'll rig the votes with my other account. I won't do that. Oh my lord, you don't have a childhood. You don't have a childhood. Everything you knew and loved was a lie, paper. But you don't know that yet. In this universe, I guess Mifun actually didn't create them, so who knows. I'm surprised no one has not asked for inanimate insanity. What is that? Wait, what? I'm surprised no one has not asked for. No one. What? I don't. What? I'm confuzzled. What? No one asked. So like, like, are you talking about season 4? Okay, I'm just gonna read because I literally have like, how many pages is this? I have 8 pages to read right now, bruh. You did not just say bruh. I just said bruh. What are you gonna do about it? Yes, season 4. Oh yeah, because like everyone was just like, we're free, we're no more competition, like in the song. I mean, I guess technically, I mean, yeah, because you may have made me, but you don't make me who I am, and yeah, I like that song. Now I gotta make a tier list. They just keep coming out with songs. The first episode of season 4 had a song. Isn't that crazy? Anyway. Ah, there we go. He opened in a. Yeah, I already read this. Blah. And he still had to help the other. I don't think I answered the question, but I'm just moving on. The house was a mix of different emotions. Some people obviously. House. Wait, what? I'm so confused. This is like a cruise. This is a boat. Okay, this is a boat cruise thing, and they're not on water. They're flying in the air to II headquarters. Because ships are now just flying ships. Belle, just Belle. That's the only character that's living rent free in my head. Belle from the Belle who died in II season 4, or Belle from Teapot. Oh my gosh, sparkling water is not helping. He still had to help others unpack. He sat up just as fast as he had sat down, walking back out. The house was a mix of different emotions. Some people obviously weren't expecting to have to pay, while others didn't care and were happy to be here. Paper hated the spoil to the mood, but he didn't want to stress out OJ too much with the problems right when we got back. Oh. Aye. Yeah, okay, that's the only dark part of the episode, I guess, and depressing part. So, yeah, why are you thinking about the only depressing, sad part of the episode right now? Okay, the little welcome to the OSC song is what's living in my head rent free right now. Okay, that's the only thing I got from that episode. Not really. I mean, I love Fan, so anything Fan says, I remember. I'm dead, she says. Yeah, she's dead. She's permanently erased from existence. This is how we honor her memory. With the ding. Finding somewhere that would let about 20 people stay was hard, let alone somewhere they'd all fit. Luckily, he had found this place. Not okay, so they made it and now they're unpacking because this is this is a hotel question mark house. Okay, so they rented a house / place to live in while they're here on this trip. Every single time I end my sentence, I'm going to say ding. Mason, if you do that, I'm literally going to, what am I going to do? I will unsubscribe. I don't know. That's the only thread I could think of. I would never threaten people. I say if I just threaten someone. Don't say ding. But that, I don't know. Okay. Just don't say ding. Anyway, finding somewhere to say, yeah, okay. I won't actually unsubscribe. That was a joke, by the way, okay? You could do whatever you want, and hopefully that was a joke, too. I'm really trying to get through this. I mean, I haven't even gotten past the first page of this chapter. What the heck? I'm sorry, lol. Ding. I will ban you. I don't know. At least you're not depressed. He noticed microphone trying and failing. Oh my gosh, to get her suitcase up the stairs. He walked over, standing right at the top of the stairs. Hey, Mike, he said softly, catching her attention. Do you need help with that? Oh, yes, please. Microphone chimed in her usual abnormally loud voice. Paper walked down, grabbing the other end of the suitcase. It was definitely a struggle, but they made it to the top in the end. Phew, that was tough. How much did you even pack in there? I don't know, Microphone said, rubbing the back of her head nervously. Well, I should probably find a room now. See ya. Paper nodded, letting her walk away. He pulled out his phone, checking the time, and then immediately walked towards Mike again. Oh, could you do me a favor, please? He asked, walking right beside her. I mean, sure. What do you need? We're running a bit late. I need everyone coming to the revival to go back to the cars. Could you try to... Got it. Might want to take a step back or two, Mike said. I know what she's gonna do. I thought you were gonna say, I will sue just like OJ did. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, ding. You forgot your ding. You already lost it. You already failed at the thing you said you were going to do. That's right. I'm gonna start being depressed. I'm gonna read this in the most depressed tone I ever said. Actually, I'm just reading this in like the saddest voice. The internal voice in my head. Depression. Depression. Oh wait, I can't laugh. Depression. Depression doesn't laugh. Depression doesn't think about happiness. There is no happiness in depression. Only sadness. I'm crying, not laughing. Mike said. She turned her dial slightly up, but not to an obnoxious amount. Paper distanced himself from her, knowing what was going to happen next. She took a deep breath. Everybody, she screamed, causing most of the objects in the house to jump. We're leaving for the revival soon. Everybody attending go outside to the cars. Unpacking can wait for when we get back. She twisted the dial back down, turning towards Paper with a smile. Thanks, Paper cheered, running downstairs. He let the others hurry out the door before him, not wanting to gain any unnecessary rips or tears. He followed once more of the objects crowding at the door had gotten out. He looked around No, ding. So basically, you're doing your best impression of as Blueberry. No, I mean, technically, yeah. I mean, I actually do have a voice for him. He's just... he's just at the very lowest tone of my voice, which sucks for range. But I am just doing my depression. I am at depression. This is the lowest and most natural low voice of mine. This is the naturally low voice of mine. This is like, except for when I'm actually tired. So, yeah. Anyway. I'm good. I was just trying to get it out of my system. Alright, everybody, Paper announced, giving everyone a moment to notice him. Since there's a lot of us, we're going to split up into multiple cars. Choose whichever one you want, but just try to be smart about which one you choose, as there is no swapping until the ride back. Everyone dispersed. Paper took the opportunity to unlock about 3 of the cars, having the keys. Oh, and whoever's driving, I have the keys right here. Take them, he shouted, just remembering to tell them. He stood in front of the driveway as everyone shuffled around, choosing which car they'd like to ride in. A couple objects came up to him and took the keys to whichever car they'd be driving, but other than that, he was relatively uninvolved. Once the chaos had mostly died down, he chose a random car and opened the side door. Perfect. Nobody was on the side. He opened. Salt would be right beside him, though, on the wheel, so that might not be the best. He slid in, shaking it off. She'd been better since Pepper's disappearance. More bearable. For a lack of better descriptions, he'd be fine, hopefully. He buckled his seatbelt, letting himself get comfortable. 1:30 p.m. It was about a 25-minute drive from here, excluding actually walking into the building and possible traffic. All right, I think we're all ready to go. "'Kay," Salt said, pulling out her phone. "What's the address?" How to fix Sonny. Step 1. I'm not saying the word because I'm gonna scream it. We'll get more screen time. No, can't. No, I'm not falling for the bribery. That word, make sure to say it like 100 times. Good job. The Sonny is happy. The Sonny is not gonna be happy. The Sonny is not happy. The Sonny is just a bit more at ease with that information. I'm actually shaking and restraining myself from shouting that word. Hey, Mason, what's happening? And there's verse. I need to animate this. No! Don't animate this. Okay, if you want a summary of what Mason did, Mason hurt my feelings, and now he's trying to make me feel better. Didn't actually hurt my feelings, but it's being over dramatic. Crazy. How do I animate Soul? Wow, Mason. How dare you? Yeah, Mason. Animate Soul. Soul is literally just what? Well, if you want to know what object Soul is literally just an infinity hole. So like you know how there's there's like black holes. Well, and then there's like the pit of the like it's kind of like from the Gravity Falls where there's like the infinite pit of despair or whatever, or that's from another thing, and so they're like a black hole, but not really. They're like a wormhole plus a black hole plus the infinity hole. So they're just a void of darkness. They're just a void of darkness called an infinite hole. Just in question. Oh, that helps. Well, they don't have a mouth, by the way. They don't have a mouth. They literally don't have a mouth. So like facial expressions for their eyes. Their three eyes. Okay, and now I'm gonna continue reading. Okay, Salt said, pulling out her phone. What's the address? Just search up Inanimate Insanity headquarters. It should show up, Paper said. She nodded, typing it in before putting her phone in between them. She started up the car and began driving shortly after. During the drive, Paper admired the view. None of the contestants got off the island much, so a lot of normal felt admirable now. The island scenery was beautiful, sure, but this felt new. In a way, it was new. They also didn't tend to drive much on the island, having a few main places, and that being all. Paper was a bit carsick due to that, but ignored it. He paid more attention to the road, changing which not that type of window he looked through when the sun got into his eyes. One of the parts he had forgotten about driving or riding, he supposed, was those dark reflective puddles that disappeared as you got close to them. It was the little things that he paid attention to. I'm drawing Soul right now as we speak. Oh, okay. Can you make me my card? Your card? What card? I only gave Mason a card because he was salty that day. But like you also seem like you yeah, because like yesterday, I'm so sorry for what happened to you yesterday. Uh but I don't really know you that well, actually. I'm sorry, Verse. Like I know you like FNAF and everything, but like other than that, I don't think I know like a lot about you. So I wouldn't really know what to draw on the card. I don't even like sometimes because I don't even play FNAF too. So like it's just a matter of like same mutuals that we know each other on because of Mason and stuff. I like purple square. I will draw paper purple that word. I could draw a purple square without a ruler. Can you believe it? I don't need rulers, unlike someone. Okay, that's mean. I'm so sorry. That is not. It's just not a straight square. That's all. That's. I never said it was going to be straight. Um. Yeah, I probably shaded this the wrong way. Yeah, okay, anyway, very, very bad and lazy drawing. Because I am right now in the middle of reading. Um, there we go. Purple square. Yay. You can't even give them a face. Oh, yeah, a face! This has just become your mascot, hasn't it? I really don't know what hand action I was trying to make them draw. I mean, I make them do. Anyway, there they are. I love it. Yes. Hope that you feel better because, like, what happened yesterday, and I read, like, I actually, because, like, like, when I read things with a lot of words out loud, well, I wasn't reading it out loud, I was reading it in my head. I was trying to pay attention, but the words were a little small, so, because I read like the whole story, and I'm sorry that happened to you with your friend. I have experiences of my own where I have had like friendships like that where we talk one day and then they just decide to not talk and then they decide to be rude to one of your friends. So I guess that's what we share in common about like friendship and stuff because I can relate to you on that. It sucks when it happens. I mean, I lost like a friend, but then I became friends with them because we healed eventually. But like, I guess I don't want to get into that. We're supposed to be reading Wattpad anyway. Yeah, I do. Yeah. The minutes went by quickly, and before he knew it, they were parked in the headquarters parking lot. Paper got out first, standing near the entrance. The other cars pulled in soon after. He gave everyone a moment to gather. His heart was pounding in his chest. 4 months without seeing his best friend he usually lived with. He had changed a lot since they had last seen each other, and he was sure it would be the same for OJ as well. He couldn't decide what emotion he was feeling, but it was intense. Maybe it was multiple feelings: nervousness, excitement, mourning. Maybe it was just one he didn't have the word for. Either way, it ate him up inside. All right, everyone, Paper said, voice cracking near the start. I know some of us are excited. I am too. But we have to remember we don't know all of what has happened to OJ was last seen, especially since it ended up killing him in the end. Maybe, I mean, please try to be respectful and give him space. He's probably going to be a bit overwhelmed by all of this, alright? Everyone agreed, though some seemed more sincere than others. Paper prepared himself for before walking into the building's lobby. Just how he remembered it. An overall blue tone, a couple shades away from Miphone's screen color. There were some others sitting or walking around. They all noticed the crowd coming into the building, but surprisingly, most of them didn't seem bothered. Why weren't they? Oh, that's right. They were literally the cast of the show, and this was Inanimate Insanity headquarters. Paper looked around, trying to figure out the least crowded spaces, but it was proving hard with all the new people. The meeting time was a minute away, so he was sure Mifun 4 would be here soon, or Meepad if he sent him down like last time. I understand. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't want to get into it. Besides, it's like more of a personal issue because I knew these people in real life, so it was more of like real life issues and personal issues, and they don't really use social media. I didn't meet them on social media. I mean, we still get involved with our own socials and stuff, like, Snap and Facebook and stuff. I don't know. Other stuff, just using examples with their like text and stuff. But that's because I know them personally. But like social media for me just kind of helped me like relax and have like let me be myself with myself and then my real life relationships and stuff. I'm pretty sure I talked about it like at one point when I was at my lowest point. Because object shows that was like okay, a little bit of my lore. Like around the same time I started like joining the OSC, watching BFDI, I was going through a rough patch. I was at my lowest point. So when I watched object shows for the first time, that was like actually bringing up my mood because it like I found comfort characters. I could understand their situations and stuff. So, yeah. And ever since then, I joined the object community like a year ago, so that's crazy. It's about to be 2 years in September 22nd, possibly. So, yeah. I have like a whole story about it in like a comment section. I don't know which one though, so. Right as he found a seat, he heard that ever so familiar voice from the entrance. Hello there, inanimate entity cast. I assume you're all here for the same reason. Paper sat up as quickly as he sat down, smiling. Hello, yep. Yep, hello, I misspoke. Okay, voice is dying. I need to take a drink. Yep, hello. Voice cracking again, really? I've been talking for way too long. I might have to cut this at like half point because of this. Oh yeah, we're almost at the half point. Can't talk too long, otherwise my voice gets strained and then I can't talk at all the next morning. So just know that every like because I have to stream like 3 days in a row technically, not in a row, but like, you know. But like all of these are just at late because then I recover from like each one and like do my own personal stuff and yeah. Anyway, I hope there aren't too many people. Oh no, it's fine. We were expecting a lot of company, so there should be room. Speaking of rooms, Mifan4 has asked me to bring you all to one of our rooms for revival. The me-pad said, stepping aside. Everyone began sitting up from their seats, or if they had been standing up, just walking towards me-pad immediately. The 11 of them followed him down the hall, a somewhat awkward silence falling between them all. Just curious, why can't we teleport to the palace? You can teleport, right? Test tube asked. Test tube is there. Of course she is. She's gonna murder me phone. She's gonna murder me phone. It's my prediction. It's gonna come true. Still slung around her shoulder. Yes, I can teleport. But we've had a couple incidents with objects being stuck inside the walls due to standing in the wrong place during teleportation, and I don't wish to have any repeats of that. Oh, the rest of them walk without a word. Here we are, Meepad announced, sliding open a door. He stepped aside, letting others walk in first before entering the room. Was big enough to host them all comfortably, but was relatively empty. Mifan4 had been doing whatever he was doing with when the other began walking in. There you are. Took you long enough, he said, turning around. How busy is Mifone exactly? Like, I get it. He's working. Actually, no. This is like after. Like, I guess he's the only thing he should be working as a TV host and production. I mean, he was in charge of his own production, but like cameraman and stuff? Question mark. Staff? Literally, no one helped this guy. So what is he busy with? We don't question it. Okay. Well, how should we do this? We shouldn't overwhelm OJ too much, Meepat said, standing up next to me phone. Everyone gather up near the wall. That's the best way I can think to do this, he said. It took a moment, but everyone stood behind him and Meepad. Are we ready, sir? Yep, me phone replied, opening up the app. His finger hovered over the OJ's icon, with a small rim around it to signify that he was dead. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, it's starting! It's starting! We're gonna find out what happens. We're gonna find out what happens. 1. OJ appeared, first as a white silhouette, then as himself, exactly how everyone remembered him. One of the first things he did was gasp, falling to the floor, some sort of knockback. He sat there for a moment, stunned. The whole room was eerily quiet. "Hello?" he said. Looking around, he caught sight of a group of people behind him. The look of his face widened, exhausted but relieved. He stood up, a bit unbalanced, but overall fine. He pinched himself, unsure if he had really done it or not. Did I do it? Paper stood silently, unsure of what to do. He felt a small tap on his shoulder and turned around. Stood behind him. He gave a slight nod towards OJ. Paper understood, nervously stepping out. "OJ, are you okay?" he asked quietly, trying not to startle him. OJ didn't seem to bothered by it too much, only glancing around. He had his mouth covered, but behind his hand was the most relieved smile you could imagine. He walked over to Paper hesitantly. "Can I?" Paper nodded, not entirely sure of what OJ was asking. He rested his hand on Paper's shoulder for a moment, as if to test if this moment was real or not. Then he pulled him into a hug. "Page A," I shout as they drag me into the mental facility. I need another drink. You can tell that my voice is really starting to fall. I've been talking for way too long. I need a break. But I'm not giving myself one until I finish this chapter. Yay. We're so close to the sun. Paper was surprised, but returned the gesture not a second later. OJ looked out towards the crowd, eyes a bit watery. His heart dropped at a painfully familiar face. Test tube. Out of all the people, she had the pure audacity to stand in the crowd in front of him. The relief that had settled inside him instantly vanished. He wanted to scream, shout at her. He had just gotten away. Why was she still here? Why couldn't she go away like she was supposed to? Right. He was ready to get up and fight her. He realized what he was doing. She was doing. She slightly opened the top of her bag, showing him one of the items inside it. A gun. She had brought a gun! And she was standing right next to the only person who can bring the contestants back from the dead. It didn't take long for OJ to connect the dots. She smiled in a way that could have been taken sweetly, but he knew better. Oh my god, test tube. Okay. Of course she did. She sealed the bag before anyone else could notice. OJ looked down at the floor in disbelief. Every bit of internal celebration was gone. He had tried so hard in the end, this stupid I am not saying that word. C-O-N-U-N-D drum. Conundrum? But he failed. Tears fell from his eyes. He was done. He was too mentally exhausted to stay stable, breaking down in Paper's arms. "I thought it was all over. There's still a God," he sobbed, not caring about who was watching. He just wanted it to be done, but he couldn't even have that. The waterworks weren't exactly good for Paper, being what he was. Well, Paper. Okay, not appropriate to laugh. I'm so sorry, Paper. But he stood with OJ anyways. He couldn't just leave the dude alone like this. "Hey, it'll be okay. You're here. You're alive. Deep breaths," Paper assured him, lightly patting his back. OJ didn't respond, but from the way his chest shakily lifted, Paper knew he was taking his advice. Phone 4 looked a bit unnerved. He was far from the most empathetic person, but still felt a bit of pity towards it all. He stepped aside, walking towards the door. You guys can leave when you want. Just be gone by before 4. It's just fun to say, before 4. I'll be down the hall in my office if you need me. He stepped out the office, leaving the door open behind him. LJ worked on steadying his breath, slowly moving away from paper. Everyone else didn't seem to know what to do. Is there anything else you guys have to do before we go? He asked, wiping his eyes. No, well, no. Are you okay? Paper asked, trying to be mindful of now damp spots on his body. OG nodded, looking towards the door. Let's go. I don't know how much I want to be here anymore. Paper opened his mouth to say something, but closed it as OJ already was walking towards the door as well. His steps were a bit wobbly and off balance, strangely enough. I guess that's our cue to leave. Oh my gosh, test tube. Test tube's gonna kill me, phone. I predicted it. I predicted it. I predicted it. Yeah, that makes sense though. Oh my gosh. I actually got something right. Okay, I need a moment to process this because, okay, break time. I need to stretch. I've been I haven't been walking, so I need to stretch because that's what you do if you've been sitting here reading out loud for like 2 hours. So how is everyone doing? Who's still here? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna take one more sip and then I will be good. Paper muttered, following him. It didn't take long for everyone to follow him out. The mood somber and low. Meatpats teleported away to wherever once they were fairly close to the lobby. OJ was waiting near the door in the lobby, looking out one of the windows. Most of the lobby was staring at him. No wonder he had been missing for months and was now staring out the window in public, looking like a complete emotional mess. Not that any of that was false, though. He turned around when he heard the others stepping away from the glass doors. Paper opened one of the doors, walking out and waiting for the others. Just as Salt was about to step out, she noticed OJ standing to the side instead of going outside. Now, oh. He was still staring aimlessly at the window, eyes admiring it all. Salt paused, unsure on what to do. Well, this was a chance, wasn't it? She cautiously walked towards him. We're going outside now. We're not supposed to stay here, she said awkwardly. Wow, she sucked at this, didn't she? OJ's face contorted weirdly, in a way so that you could tell he was feeling some sort of emotion, but had no clue what. After a moment of the most painfully awkward silence Salt had ever experienced in her life, he nodded, walking towards the door. She had just talked to OJ without him getting annoyed. No, it was more than that. Salt, the one person in the hotel who irritated OJ the most, had just asked him to do something, and he followed through without a single question or complaint. Hell, he was pretty respectful about it as well. If his body language said anything, her heart fluttered a bit at the notion. Okay, I kind of hate that. I do hate that. My voice is losing it. But not as much as she anticipated. Salt paused, walking towards the others that had been out one of the interactions she dreamed of. Finally, talking to OJ, with him not showing blatant annoyance towards her. So why did it feel like a piece of her was chipped off instead of sewed on? It didn't feel like OJ at all. OJ was self-confident, a natural-born leader, straightforward. He made himself clear and was one of the hardest workers on the show who had arguably earned his million. That felt nothing like the man who Salt loved and wanted. Ew. I'm sorry. It left her heart with a small but ever so deep cut in it. She walked over to the car, entering the driver's side. I swear, if this person's a freaking Salt X OJ shipper and is gonna make them a thing by the end of this, I am literally gonna report them. That's how serious I am. That had been one of the interactions she dreamed of. Yeah, okay, I read that. Okay. She walked over to the car, entering the driver's side again. What had happened to him? She slumped in her seat, starting the car, Paper hopping in beside her. Knife knocked on the window. Salt was a bit startled by the sudden noise, but rolled it in regardless. What do you want? She mumbled, coming off a bit ruder than intended. Geez, I was just telling you guys OJ's riding in the other car, not ours or yours. The third one. The third one with test tube question mark? Is test tube in the third one question mark? Because then that's not very good, is it? It is test tube. Okay, I just read something. Let me read it out loud. Knife clarified, leaning against the side of the car. Also, our car is staying back for a bit. Test tube said she forgot her bag inside. Oh, never mind. Bag inside. Well, that just leaves OJ to be... Okay, so what's gonna happen? OJ's gonna tell everyone in that car that it was test tube. Test tube's gonna kill me phone, and then I don't know what goes on from there because I really can't see how this ends. I really can't. I don't know what's going on. Salt nodded. Thanks, she said bitterly. And this is what's gonna play. This is the scene that I'm seeing. Mifun in his office. Test tube walks in, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, what do you want?" And then Test tube just walks in anonymously, just chit-chatting, and then just shoots him. That's what's gonna happen. That's my prediction. I haven't failed at this yet. I haven't failed at this. She is gonna kill me phone. That's my plan. I mean, not my plan. I didn't do anything. I didn't write this. Okay, like that's my prediction. There, prediction. That's my planned prediction. Because so far, this is what's happening. This is going. Am I gonna finally be right about something? Thanks, she said bitterly. It wasn't anything personal. She was just in a bad mood. Knife scoffed, walking away. She sighed. It was a bit hot out, so she turned on the air conditioning. Are we ready to go? I think so. The others know the house's address, and everyone's here's buckled, Paper said, his voice strained. Salt remembered she still had to buckle herself in. She slid the seatbelt in before putting her hand on the wheel and changing the mode. She was disappointed and empty, even though everything was there, and there hadn't been any expectations in the first place. Is it bad that I don't really sympathize with Salt right now? I feel like it is. It is bad. But like I guess I don't really understand where this is coming from, I guess. Like I really don't. I'm really trying to understand what she's saying here, but or thinking, I guess that's a better, or interpretation. And in my interpretation, I was just like, okay, she feels sad because the guy she fell in love with had trauma. And isn't the same man because he has trauma. That's all I got from it. And that she doesn't like him, and she's going to not like him anymore because he has trauma. That's all I interpreted from this. So, recap. OJ escaped, and everyone went on this trip to get him revived. He was revived. Test tube was there. She showed him the gun in her bag, and was like pointing it towards me phone. And OJ took that as a threat, so kept quiet and didn't say anything. And yeah, what did you think? Because next chapter, oh yeah, we got to do our like little preview of next time. So chapter 36, gone. First lines. Oh, it gives us some more stuff. Light bulb tape tapped on the floor beneath her. Fingers collected bits of dust as they repeatedly hit the pillowy ground below. Test tube hadn't shown up yet today. She'd tried to pass it off, but there were several variables that kept her from saying she forgot to give her subjects breakfast. I'm sorry, the way that was said. Okay, tell me when to stop. I'm doing the scroll thing. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop, and then I'll read that random line. Tell me when to stop. I really don't know how long I'm gonna do this. I'm waiting for someone to say stop. I'm waiting for someone to say stop. Can someone please say stop? I want to read the random line, please. Because I'm scrolling. I've been scrolling. I'm scrolling. I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just waiting for someone to type the word stop or literally just put in any sort of word. Because this is like the preview of the word gone. Or the chapter gone. So someone please say something. I'm gonna stop in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No one said stop, so I chose it. Okay, anyway, well, I didn't really choose it, but I'm reading the first thing. Oh, wow, it's okay. Test tube speed walked through the building, trying to be as hasty as possible. She had to admit, this wasn't the safest move. In fact, this could probably out her as the kidnapper as soon as Mifun 4 realized what she had done. But she had no other ideas. She was desperate, and desperate times call for desperate measures. And that was a random line from what is it called? Chapter 36 gone. Because we're gonna continue this Friday. That's right. We get to read this the same week. That's enough. Nice. Our goal is to get to chapter 40 by the end of this month. I know that's a crazy, crazy goal. But it's the only thing I could say. So, not really sure what to do now. Actually, yeah, we're ending it now. So, recap. Yeah, recap again, because just in case you didn't. So, the chapters we've read, I really gotta stop doing this, because I keep forgetting. I can't close out of those chapters. So, the chapters we've read today were Disbelief, Boarding, Revival. Chapters 33, Disbelief. Chapter 34, Boarding. And Chapter 35, Revival. And again, because I feel like I keep forgetting to credit the author, the amazing author of this. The author is... I will just show it because I cannot pronounce this for my life. Here's this author. So, yeah. Thank you for listening and stuff. Because usually I do this on StreamYard, but like, there was like an error going on, and it told me not to try again. So I gave up, and then I moved here. So, yeah. And, yeah. That was Hall 17. I hope you enjoyed the stream of me just reading because it's been a while since I read. So, oh, my stuttering doesn't ruin the experience in my talking in between because like that's just what I do. So yeah, and also we're gonna be having a booklet of this. So I guess pay attention. I guess yeah, we're just having fun with it. So thank you, and yeah, thank you. Bye. Have a good day, everyone. Take care.